Y'all, did you even realize that like all the products on our supermarket shelves are owned by literally 10 companies? Nestle owns chocolate bars, microwave dinners, Gerber Baby, L'Oreal, and Ralph Lauren. And cat food? P&G owns all of your laundry detergent, your dryer sheets, your toothpaste, and like batteries? And they're all supposed to be competing against each other. Like, no, they're not. They're owned by one company. Unilever literally owns ice cream and then also body wash. Mars owns like every single chocolate bar under the sun. Kellogg's and General Mills own like all of the different cereal.
But of course, this is why the top GOP donors are so staunchly against regulation and why anti-regulation rhetoric is so deeply permeated within right-wing culture and right-wing ideology in this country. It's so that the biggest wigs in society, like the Nestles, can pretend like competition is going on and really they own all the competition. And when things go awry within the economy, usually due to their corruption, they can get bailed out with our tax dollars and then continue to pretend like they had no idea what was coming and continue to pretend like they aren't the ones rigging everything. And the sad thing about it is all the anti-regulation rhetoric drips down into your mom and pop shop owners who think that really these things are going to impact them when obviously we know that the game is rigged for the biggest corporations in society to get away with everything and barely pay any taxes.
Pepsi owns the soda and the chips that you eat with your lunch. Kraft like owns everything from like cheese to candy to like gum.
All right, listen, I don't agree with this at all. All right, my manager want me to throw all this good food away.
This is what's known as manufactured scarcity. Manufactured scarcity is where we throw things away or we act like there isn't enough of something to go around for everyone. And why do they do this? They'd say for quality control, but really, it's so they can hoard things and keep us separated. If we're all well-fed and well-read, we'd rise up and take our power back from the people at the top. By the way, did you know that since 2012 we have been a post-food scarcity world? Meaning we've had enough food since 2012 to feed every single living person on this planet 3 square meals a day. Actually, it's way more than that. We have enough food to feed 18 billion people annually, 3 meals a day. And if you didn't know, that's 10 billion more people than we currently have. So why do they let people starve to death? Well, it's because capitalism can only work. You can only have more if someone else doesn't have enough. The people at the top have literally killed to get what they have. That's all there is to it. That's why capitalism.
So this TikToker by the name of Saint Stereo 3 points out something that I think we all should realize by now. And that's the fact that not only is there enough food for everybody in the world, but also, at least when it comes to the United States, there's enough housing. We need to recognize that for most things that we might need or want, there's more than enough to go around, and yet it doesn't go around. And not only that, but we in the United States and Western Europe actually get what we have and need from the global South. That is to say, we use the military, we use predatory lending, we use structural adjustment programs to force entire countries into poverty in order to steal the wealth from their countries, steal the resources from their countries, to provide us for what we want, and to produce so much that we actually produce enough for everybody in the world. And yet somehow at the same time, the people whose countries we pillage in order to produce goods for us don't get to profit off that, don't get to benefit from it. And then internally within the United States, there are many, many people who are suffering and struggling to afford rent, who are suffering homelessness, who are being paid wages that are fundamentally not enough to survive.
If anyone wants to know how out of hand the cost of living is getting right now, this cost me $75. Normally this would have been like $40 to $50. This was $75 and I didn't even buy any meat.
Recently, I had an opportunity to talk to a couple who lives in New York. I was there on business. We had a conversation about their rent going up. We know that the cost of living is going up everywhere in this country, but in particular, this couple shared with me that their rent was just raised by $600. They thought that that was a mistake, so they contacted the landlord to ask the question, did you really mean to send us this invoice with the rent $600 more than what it was the month before? And the landlord said, yes, this is real. Because our costs are going up, your costs have to go up too. Listening to this couple tell their story just reminded me that there are millions of people in this country who are facing the same fate. And especially if you live in places like New York or Chicago or places in LA, just all over the country. But the rent is much, much higher in metropolitan areas like the ones I just named. It really made me go back in time to think about a guy who was running for governor in New York in 2010. His name is Jimmy McMillan, and he ran on the rent is too damn high.
Rent, it's too damn high.
Oh my God, he was so much ahead of his time. He even created the rent is too damn high party. And people didn't understand him. They thought he was being eccentric or flashy or showy, that he wasn't serious. But the foundation that he laid, what he was saying basically is not only the rent is too damn high, but what people have to endure in this country, the working class people, what they have to face on a regular basis is just wrong. He was absolutely right. And the rent is too damn high is very much relevant to what is happening right now. Not only is the rent too damn high, the food is too damn high, the gas is too damn high, everything is too damn high. And we're going to have to deal with it.